What's up? The absolute first StreamYard of the new year. Like to welcome everybody back. It's been another great year. It was rough, but we made it. Hopefully, all of you guys made it safe. All right. I'm just waiting for everybody to get in here a little bit. Yeah. They knocked me off. One. Knocked me off my stream. All kind of foolishness transpired. Hold on. Now, let's get to it. You've been lied to, people. The National Basketball Association has been lying to you. You are all victims. But it is not your fault. I don't want anyone to believe something is their fault that it isn't. Now, we're all going through a pandemic situation in which it's unprecedented. All the things that are happening. That is granted. But there's a lot of stuff going on that does not make sense. All the lies, the manipulation, and the BS that's been transpiring. What's up, Christian? I heard you had a bad Madden day. Now, Wednesday, to close the year out, the NBA started bragging. Right? ESPN put out a whole prop piece about the NBA ratings for the opening week is up significantly from 2019. what they are failing to mention in the entire article, right? It's such a spin cycle, it is ridiculous. The Associated Press, who mysteriously, shouldn't surprisingly, awards LeBron athlete of the year again for the fourth time. Right? So you know about their credibility. Now, let's go into this even further. Okay? Let's go further. They're doing this because they're comparing opening week of 2019, which happened back in October 22nd, compared to an opening that happened 2 days before Christmas. None in the Associated Press's statement or article that they released and ESPN promoted did they mention that. I'm just here to let you know all the lies. That's my job. My job is to post all the truths. Now, on Christmas Day, the NBA's primarily regular schedule is showing. It's traditionally a day that most people have off from work. So people are home during majority of these days. You got the kids home, you're on vacation, you got time. So are we going to congratulate the NBA for having more viewers on December the 25th than it had on October the 25th? Oh my goodness. Countries on lockdown in a lot of places around the world. This is their biggest peak, you know. The misleading brag would be like the NFL opening the season on Thanksgiving and comparing that number to past seasons opening. Even though Dallas, Washington on Thanksgiving drew more than any other NFL regular season game over the past year. No matter their record, it's about the rivalry. Well, they should do Christmas of last year versus Christmas Day of this year, or go Christmas of last year. Well, let's look at it fairly, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to Christmas Day games, right? Of 2018. What's up, Mr. Bailey? I agree. Now, 2018, the Bucks and Knicks played. They did a 3.1 in ratings, right? That's about a good average for Bucks and Knicks to start it off. And that's the afternoon game, followed by the Thunder and Rockets, which did a 5.9. Then the Sixers versus the Celtics, which did a 7.3 as we get later and later into the day. Then the late night game, the primetime event, the Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors, did a 10.2 on Christmas. And then, check this out, the Blazers and Jazz did a 2.1 to end it out. The late game. In 2019, Christmas, there was no pandemic, no COVID, no nothing. The Celtics and Raptors did a 3.3. Right? Followed by the Bucks and 76ers, which did a 5.4. The Rockets and Warriors did a 6.5. Again, this is with no Klay Thompson, and I don't know if Steph was hurt at that point. I can't remember. Then it became the Clippers and Lakers, which did an 8.7 for the primetime night game. And the Pelicans and Nuggets followed that up with a 1.7. Overall average of 5.1. That was in 2019. Now, 2020 numbers. Let's take a look. If you do the Christmas week, Christmas Day game, since they want to do comparisons, you compare the Christmas Day game. Pelicans and Heat did 3.4, right? Which actually did a lot better than the previous first two. Kudos to the NBA. Next, you got the Golden State Warriors versus the Bucks. They did a 4.7. That didn't nearly do anything close to the previous two, which was 5.9 and 5.4. Then they followed that up with the Nets and Celtics. And the numbers should be rising, not lowering. That game did a 4.2. Followed by was light years less than the 6.5 from the year before and the 7.3 before that. Then you go to the Mavs and Lakers. They did a 6.9 on Christmas Day. The previous year did 8.7, and then the year before that, 10.2. Very high ratings. And that's followed up by the Clippers and Nuggets, which did a 2 flat, which was better than the Pelicans Nuggets of last year and less than the Blazers and Jazz the year prior. But a 4.3 is very alarming in the ratings game. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, why a lot of people aren't watching the NBA anymore? That's the next question. Why did they lie? Not lie, but mislead you to believe the ratings are jumping up as if people are watching the games again? Because they're not. The NBA has done something that does not benefit their league. First off, they had a bunch of people on YouTube getting paid off of their product. That was not helping the NBA. You had a bunch of people that were allowed NBA access to promote the game and show clips. They gave permissions to a lot of these people to promote the games. Then only to snatch it away, and channels were removed that used to put up clips of basketball and would give you highlights of basically NBA footage. Christine Ellis, I could not agree more. But let's take a look at it again from another angle. See, the problem is people are not going to change if they don't have to change. That's the thing. In the college football week that's going on right now, the NBA has always done its numbers. And because that's done, period. So they always take a beating the week after by college football and NFL football. The numbers don't start to increase until the Super Bowl is over. And with this done, it creates a bigger problem.
I did not think I was going to be the first one here again. All right, what's going on?
Oh, yeah, they didn't send the notifications out for this. You know that.
Yeah, we here, man. It just came from HD channel. We in here. What's going on?
Yeah, so
I hear LaFraud James showing up and everything. What's going on with him?
oh no, the league did this one. You know, this day spin cycle. The Associated Press, who gave him the awards for Athlete of the Year for the 4th straight year, put out a doggone article that was misleading. They're talking about the ratings are light years higher than what it was last year.
That's some bullshit.
Isn't the revenue down by like 50%?
Pretty much.
Right. That's terrible.
But here's the problem. They were using October. They opened in October last year. This year they opened up near Christmas. So they comparing the numbers at 2 different points. So when you look at the numbers, if you do Christmas Day opening of last year, they didn't beat. If that was the case, they would have told people that last year. They did a 5.1 in ratings of overall games. The year before that was 5.7. This year they had a 4.3 out of all the games. Because they thought last year, well, rather this year, the Nets and Celtics were going to be a big thing.
King James.
That game only did a 4.6, which was very disappointing.
Right.
The Warriors and Bucks game before that did a higher number. That has never happened in NBA history, that they late afternoon game did less than the earlier game.
Wow, I'm shocked at that.
How does King James?
It's because they don't promote.
That's not supposed to happen.
No.
Right. And they don't promote the Nets and Celtics.
Yeah, they're putting all their promotion behind that.
I feel
one
like
guy.
this is only a precursor of what was already happening, because in the bubble they showed the ratings for that. It was like more people were willing to watch BYU play the University of Louisiana Monroe in football versus watching the playoffs in the bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure was. Now,
listen, this even goes back to what we were just talking about with the analytics, how the NBA is killing itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they don't promote, they promoting phony ass basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, people just get tired of seeing the same show over and over again. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're killing yourself. You driving all your hardcore away.
That's the issue.
yeah, you can't have a sport where you promote one. This isn't like boxing, okay, or the UFC and all that, where you could have one person you putting all the thing behind, and then when they leave, the sport is gone. Like Floyd Mayweather. Floyd was the guy that made himself hot to the point where he made them have to promote. And then next thing you know, they had Pacquiao, And I'm like, dude, these dudes are gonna retire. And you guys ain't putting y'all engine, behind somebody else or boosting somebody else up. Y'all putting all the promotion behind them. When they fall, who you gonna have?
Everybody have to fall back on.
Right. Yeah. They ain't got nothing. They try to do it by using the big star. Like, we'll just put him with him. Like the brand marketing. Like, look, just put him next to Floyd, and then he'll be the next Floyd, and people want to see him. That marketing don't work. That marketing just never worked. People have passed that now because the information comes so quickly because of the internet. They look at it and they on to the next quicker. So you got to be quick with it. You can't just be throwing stuff out there and saying taking the long road. People don't want. They ain't gonna pay no attention to that. They pay attention to what's gonna trend, who's popping, all this stuff that's hot right now. People will watch a highlight on the YouTube of the games before they go and watch the games. And then once they did that, I said, y'all killing y'allself, y'all brand, because they allowed other writers for the league to come in and decide to basically take apart their league.
Wow. Yeah, it's terrible, bro.
Yo, CeeLo, you know what they're doing? They're waiting for Bronny.
Oh, of course, that's a part of it too.
Oh yeah, they're getting ready to continue the nonsense. And when you continue the nonsense, this is what happens. Because they sat there and lied to the general public tremendously, because they take a hit this week. First week of the new year, they take a hit because of college football.
Yeah.
All the games this week, nobody watching the league. They watching college football.
Right.
So when college football is off, then it's starting to playoff basketball. Okay,
right about that.
Mike is killing me right now.
Who's Mike?
I don't know whose it is. Somebody is like crushing.
Yeah, somebody's mic is extra. Yeah, crunchy. Crunchy mic. Somebody eating Doritos on the live chat.
Oh man, that might be Giz. Yeah, it's Giz, Mike.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of static.
Yeah, so
but yeah, man. They could have sports in general, they going after, like you say, going after all these, casual fans, you know what I'm saying, just because of the numbers is just ridiculous when you're killing off what's been keeping you going, you know what I'm saying? It just keeps your sports going. I mean, your sport going in general. It's people that respect the game.
Right. You're pushing them away with with your constant BS.
Right. I mean, the viewership is down 16% from last year, 25% from 2 years ago. Your marquee game is down 20%. The Mavs and Lakers, nobody was watching it. Because the reason why is because the games turn into blowouts. And there's so many blowouts already in this season. You've seen a 47-point loss. You've seen a 51-point loss.
51-point deficit.
Right.
It's crazy.
They focused on the 50-point loss when it was the Clippers. But then when somebody else lost by 47, they ain't had nothing to say.
But listen, it's like when ain't no fans there, ain't nobody to cheer nobody on, ain't nobody to provide that adrenaline. It's like I bet you it's hard to stay motivated for a lot of guys because it's like, hey, ain't even nobody to play for. You know what I'm saying?
And they know, like, man, it's early. Like first week,
and it's early, right? So these games don't even matter.
Yeah, but if you go back in the day when they were playing, before the season started, you had a group of players that they promoted. Like when we were growing up watching on basketball, they were promoting Barkley, they were promoting Jordan, they were promoting, Karl Malone, Stockton. They were promoting different people. They didn't just, Jordan, we knew at the end of the day was the main protagonist, but we knew everybody else. They're not doing that. So that's why nobody's really tuning into the NBA, because everybody's like you say every day, Cino, everybody's tired of seeing the same person, one player every day. Like you want to see some other players. Like Trae Young just had a good game against the Brooklyn Nets the other night. They don't show that or talk about it. So if you're not talking about your talent, like football, they talk about guys that you probably never heard of a year ago, and they're promoting the team. So that guy on the team because you see the team is being branded. They might have to do that. They have to go back to promoting the teams and breaking down who this guy, who that guy is. But at the same time, that's why the NFL keeps making it, because the teams keep transitioning from era to era. So that's the problem. That's the biggest problem. They're not promoting anybody or giving nobody a chance or nobody get looked at. And all your smaller market teams, the smaller market teams in the NFL, even though they may not make it to the Super Bowl, they're at least getting promoted to get to the playoffs or at least have a chance to make it seem like they're going to win. So here's
the add-on. Here's the add-on to your point, HD. That too, and you got to think like teams. It's not like teams aren't even built the same anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like you used to have, players with a group of players would stay on the same team for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like now with free agency, the way free agency is, and the way like the GMs throw around all this money, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to keep a team together for a longer period of time to promote.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's an AAU league. You know what I'm saying? You don't like one thing, you gonna hop on another team, go over there and play. You know what I'm saying?
It goes back to what I've been saying for the longest, dog. The competitive balance of the league, the NBA is.
Yeah, because it's less competitive. Because now there's no more competitive to a team. Because you got teammates that they got two different teams. They cool with each other. Like it's not always friends in the court. Instead of being
like back in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, you always had that one star.
Right. Y'all know what was competitive? The All-Star game was competitive. Remember that?
Yeah, back in the day,
it used to be.
Yeah, I'm talking about this past All-Star game. It was
back in the day, the All-Star was a competitive game with some highlights, little flashes here and there. They would let you get a little dunk here and there, but it's like nowadays the All-Star game is played like an and one game. Everybody just clear out, act a fool. We just throw some ridiculous lives and all this bullshit.
The most recent one we had was very competitive.
Right.
The most recent
one in February.
Right, because the year before that it was so bad they had to force them to compete.
Right, and that's the thing.
Not just the year before that, the past few years.
It was only competitive in the last 2 minutes of the game. It was boring all the way through into the last 2 minutes of the game. Then they decided it was going to play some real basketball, but they bored you out for 3.5 quarters. It was terrible.
I haven't watched it. I haven't watched the All-Star game in about 2 years. And the last time I watched the All-Star game, I think it was probably the last time they did the East versus the West. And it was like you say, it was garbage all the way up into the last 2 minutes. I remember that was Valentine's Day. I was sitting there watching the game.
The last time I watched the All-Star game,
it was terrible. It was terrible.
I think it was probably Kobe's last season. The last time I watched it. Like 5 years.
Oh yeah, I see you, Joe Cool.
Yeah.
You're talking about when Braun was
right. Yeah.
Man, Omar, you tripping, dog? You see what Trae Young doing out in Atlanta right now? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Man, they balling. I like Atlanta. Atlanta
talent in the league, and they not even really. They trying to put their swag in the Luka. Luka is what they want to market
because he's the great white hope and all that. You know what I mean? They're trying to make him out to be the next Larry Bird.
Yeah,
of course. You knew this was coming. You knew this was coming. He's still
out.
And Luka could ball. You know, and that's why I'm like, man, Luka could ball.
Yeah, Luka could play.
Oh yeah, most of them.
But see, the NBA overdoes it. It's like they built the hype before the dudes even does something. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They try to push it.
I said this last year. Trae needed the solid veterans around. He didn't have no solid veterans around here last year in Atlanta. But you see what he's doing this year with with a solid group of veterans going on that down there.
And he got Collins back.
Yeah. He's healthy now.
Yeah.
That's his second piece.
The same time last year before everybody got hurt. And now they told Trae was ready to leave. He was tired. He's like, man, I lost over 100 games already in my career. He's like, I'm tired of losing. So
what side y'all been fed?
I'm because he's up for contract renegotiation. I mean, his rookie contract going to be up. So this is it. So they know they got to make him happy, like right now. So they went out and got everybody. Atlanta's like, no, we want you to stay.
Right. And I mean, I want him to stay because, dog, I'm tired of all of them just catering to the big market teams. Atlanta has a good little market there with people who want to support them, but you don't give them the chance because you're trying to push all these stars from the small markets to these big market teams. You're not giving them a chance to grow, and promotion is terrible. Like, you can't keep promoting this guy who's been in the league for 18 years now and not have anybody after him, because now you're going to be like Jordan. When Jordan left, your whole team, your whole league going to be destroyed because everybody who watched it going to walk away from it because that's all they tuned in to watch. You're going
to be pushed to panic.
That's real, man. The media, the sports
that's
media.
What I'm saying. It's like you're killing yourself.
And the numbers
you're killing yourself.
A lot of people don't like LeBron like the kid from Akron, which I like to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they're not taking care of the sport, man. They're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not fucking. I mean, I'm sorry, they're not taking care of like these AAU teams. You know what I'm saying? Like these college teams. Like for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it that you can watch a better brand of basketball in college than you can in the NBA? Why is that? Exactly. I watched who was that? I watched somebody the other day, and the game was so good. You know what I'm saying? People playing positions. You know what I'm saying? People dumping the ball into the post, kicking the ball back out, swinging it around, catching the open man. Like, bro, they was playing basketball.
I was watching the University of Ohio play Ball State today. It was better than any NBA game I've seen so far this season.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Oh, man.
Because they took defense away. They took defense away out the game. That's why it's trash, because you don't have nobody playing defense. Everybody want to shoot the three and then score about 100 and some points instead of stopping.
Exactly. Everybody just want to run in transition, and it's, you know what I mean. It's a positionless league. The lanes are open. Guys don't know don't know their roles. It's sad.
Yeah, then they talking about, so this is the largest opening since 2011. I'm like, wow, what happened in 2011? That's what
like, stop the cap.
Right. Wasn't it a lockout in 2011?
Exactly. And they opened the same year. This is the reason why they want to make the season open this year every year. But that's not, you guys are losing money. Your revenue is down.
Now, see, like by Christmas, see, you're supposed to use the first couple of months to wrinkle out all those, get everybody acclimated with each other. So then by December, and the stretch from December from Christmas to the playoffs, everybody's supposed to be on the same page if you go on to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So instead, they starting at Christmas. This is the worst part of the season. Is the beginning. It's always like.
Yeah.
Right.
So the whole thing for me is they're gonna take this whole season and make it like the redeem year, and they're trying to get all the people back by putting their big market guys in the finals, their big teams in the finals. So they want to stick the Lakers in there because they're losing money. This whole thing they did with YouTube, this whole business, and they talking about how well it worked and all of this is the reason why they've been sabotaging this channel, because they don't want people to know what's really going on behind closed doors. Because if you was making money like y'all say y'all was making money, you wouldn't worry about my black ass at all.
Exactly. Right. It's been going on for years.
It's
been going on ever since I subscribed.
I'm like, y'all getting mad because I'm pointing out the fact of what the hell y'all doing.
And you got people who's agreeing with you on it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was
right.
It's even worse.
You're not alone, bro.
Right. They telling me right here, dude, you know how much money you be making on YouTube, dude, if you would just if you just played along. My uncle gonna say that over Christmas weekend. Man, I seen your video, man. Shoot, man, you be going hard on that LeBron, man. You gotta shoot us some bail.
Oh, dog, we stick to principle out here, man. No, skip that.
Right. We got bros over here.
Yeah, stick to principle, dog. I'm not gonna be lying on no crap.
Man, I don't see what people seeing.
Yeah, you
dog.
said Steph Curry, you soft and cold.
I mean, it's no reason to lie. You know what I'm saying? You just call it how it is, how you see
Exactly.
it.
Be objective. That's what we're doing. You know what I mean? A lot of guys want to come over and ask why we hate him.
And we know he watching this. We know he's looking at these videos, man. We know LeBron watching us. Watching us.
I think I make $1 million doing this. I think I live in a palace. Man, I seen your video. Man. You done took over the internet.
Man, dog, let me tell you something, man. I watched the end of that Lakers and Spurs game the other night. It's a bunch of bull crap, man. This dude LeBron blatantly pushes Derek White to the ground. They don't call nothing. Let this dude get a leg.
I saw
it's sickening, bro. I had to turn the channel, dog. I had to turn the channel. That's why Pop got ejected,
bro.
The other night.
That's why Pop was so hot.
You know what I'm saying? I like the video. Hey, Sino, I like the video you put out when he was blocking his shot. He got a shot blocked twice.
Yeah, by Derrick Jones. Yeah.
When they played Portland. When your boy was swatting his shot.
Hey, on the realness, if y'all watching basketball, you really gotta pay attention, man. Cause they are really favoring these damn Lakers, yo. They know exactly what the F they doing, man. They are favoring these guys, yo.
I mean,
we ain't that stupid, bro.
To carry. They're gonna continue to carry him because they have no choice.
Exactly. They're milking this cow. They're milking this cow until they can't milk it anymore.
You know, like the Lakers are already one of the NBA's golden childs. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they got they tied for the most championships now. You know what I'm saying? They've always been like the darling of the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
NBA's Dallas or whatever.
Yeah, the Boston Celtics and the Lakers have always been the darlings of the NBA.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Like LeBron going to LA is not no accident. You know what I'm saying? Like that's more of them trying to say, hey, this has got to work. We put our biggest star in our biggest market and boom, right? Boom. You know,
like Lakers in 2015. That was always going to be the move. When Kobe retired, we're going to get you over here to LA. That was it. So when he came back to Cleveland, they promised that he would get one for Cleveland. Go on back. We'll help you get one for Cleveland. And then when that happens, you can come on over to Los Angeles. Because he was going to come back. And if he lost right there,
you can't tell the fans that.
I thought he told the people in Cleveland he would never leave again.
He'd have been out that year. He'd have been out that year. If they had lost that second time,
I would do whatever I can to make my city happy. All that garbage.
Right. He played 2 more years in Cleveland because they won. Yeah, he was like, we won, we beat them, I'm a stay. But when Kobe was leaving that year, Kobe left that year. LeBron's supposed to come that year. He's supposed to come back for 2 years and then go to the Lakers. That was the thing. He won the championship and then he signed an extension to stay 2 years. Somebody I ain't never leaving again. He thinking we finna run it back. We gonna keep running. Instead of just going over to the Lakers like the plan was, Kobe's leaving. You coming over, and then we can start building this thing the way we going. Because they had picks coming. And they were like, we got picks, we got...
And real Lakers fans didn't like it.
Exactly, dude. Like, check this out, dog. The Lakers, they were in the process of rebuilding even before that dude even thought about going over there, man. You know what I mean? They had Isaiah Thomas over there. They had Julius Randle. They had... Who was over there? Who was over there? I think Brandon Ingram was over there, too.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram.
They had...
Ingram,
Josh Hart,
Clarkson.
Players, man, but the thing was, they were having the reason why LeBron
Larry
really
Nance Jr.
is because they were fighting with the ownership. Jeannie was fighting with her brother at the time.
Right.
So all of this was going on about, she had to have him kicked out. Like the votes, man, they had to bring in the board and all the other owners. People were like, look, man, I'm supposed to just get a check. The hell going on here? Y'all got me here for. He tried to throw a secret meeting to get her thrown out.
Right.
Because she went against the daddy's will. Because in the field, he was supposed to run the team. and she was supposed to be just the person under him, but she's the one that runs the team. He running it in the ground because he don't know how to treat. Basically, he racist. Yeah. And that's one. Yeah. Two, he don't know how to treat. He want everybody to look up to him like he a somebody, and he nothing. Your daddy was somebody.
Exactly, dude.
Nobody. And he don't know how to treat none of the celebrities. And he treat them like regular people. Like people that come in there like Snoop and all the other. If you're a white celebrity, he'll make sure you taken care of.
Oh, no.
Like, oh, Jack Nicholson. Yeah, that's Jack. Like, take care of him. Oh, he's just so crap.
Oh,
somebody like Adam Sandler.
Yeah, like Adam Sandler, Jim Carrey, Steve Carell, all them. Yeah.
Right,
Mark
right.
Wahlberg.
To him, these are stars. It's like Snoop Dogg to him ain't a star. If you ain't Denzel Washington, that's the only black person he'd probably look out for.
Denzel and Eddie Murphy.
Yeah. Oh Lord, he the guy in school that was like, "Here's my black friend."
Here's my black friend now. Yeah.
So
terrible.
They had to get him out of there because of that reason, the disconnect, the way he treated Jay-Z them when they came in there, and they couldn't get the seats they wanted and all this. Like, they didn't know where they were going. Nobody was like, hey, there's your seat, come down. They were like, people were stranded. Like, do we know where we're supposed to sit? They was like, man, I don't know what's going on right now. They were like, I don't know what's happening in here. He's like, we in here basically to see a blowout. Lakers ain't got nobody. They're going to lose by 20, but we came to the game. We was like, let's go to the game. We got courtyard seats. Let's go.
Shoot, stick around after the game. Jenny gonna get her back blown out by one of the players.
That's true.
The real show starts.
Right.
He said the Lakers had a 2% chance to get the number 1 pick in 2019.
Yep.
Yeah, the league take care of the Lakers, man.
All the time.
Man.
They the damn golden boys.
It's more dangerous than ever with LeBron.
But see, here's the thing. It's all a lie, though. But because anywhere that there's greatness, I mean, people will watch. So when the Lakers was trash, Golden State is bigger than them now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Golden State was bigger than them, but now that they got
LeBron too, man.
Right. So when the Golden State had that 5-year run, nobody give a damn about the Lakers.
Nope.
They ratings was in the 12.
Right.
Every time
Laker fans was turning into Golden State fans.
Exactly. That's what
they were. That's where the show was. And the ratings were through the roof. So if you got
that's how Golden State got fans, because all the Golden State fans were never really Golden State fans. During the 90s when we had the Eric Dampier years, they were all Laker fans. It wasn't until the We Believe everybody jumped on the bandwagon. The Warriors didn't make the playoffs the next year. Kobe went to the finals. Everybody went back to LA. So now, you know what I'm saying? LA got weak. The Warriors got good. It just shifted back. That's all it is. Golden State fans are really Laker fans.
Yeah, of course.
So you got those fake fans mixed with LeBron fans, and it's like, ugh.
It's big melting pot of fake Laker fans and LeBron fans. You know what I mean?
It's
ugh. It's really garbage.
That's terrible.
Yeah, dog. That's why I'm boycotting my team, man.
This is the worst 4-1 team.
Oh my God, Sean, dude.
They are the worst.
Oh, Sean, here we go. Here we go, Sean again.
Hey man, y'all know Sean. You know Ben Simmons giving him money, dog.
Yeah, man. He must be a favorite player.
Oh, he had a good game today. He had 15, 12, and 10.
Yeah, in the next game, you probably gonna have like 2, 4, and 5.
But dog,
did he shoot a 3-pointer?
The reason
bro, you can't you handle the ball, you can't score 20 points in this league. You suck.
They got a good pass now, dog. They got Seth. They got the kid Milton off the bench. I like Milton. Milton be taking smart shots.
Shake is nice.
Stupid behind shots like the rest of these guys.
Shake is
he
nice.
at least go to the mid range and go to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
But Oh, Ben
Steph
Simmons
Curry
is
was the
just
best
doing the
acquisition.
same thing he's been doing. Ben Simmons ain't doing nothing different. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's living up to his name, Ben
right,
the Bus
man.
Simmons, dog. He's living up to his
You
name.
handle the ball and you can't score 20 points in this league, dog.
You
You got
are a
the
bum.
ball
they were
majority of the
celebrating
You are a
time.
bum.
shooting a
If you
three.
can't
He
do that,
made
Right, you
three.
handling the ball. You playing over 30 minutes a game and can't score 20 in this league. You got a
exactly,
problem.
dude. You,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
from the free throw line, you
Trash.
can't even shoot like you can't even shoot above 70%, dude. You're a scrub.
Dog, they were celebrating this man all on ESPN, shooting a 3-point shot. A 3-point shot, dog. Are you serious? Cuz he shot a 3-point shot. Everybody's like, he shot a 3.
Oh god.
I saw that too, dad. It's terrible, dad. How you be hyped because somebody hit a 3, dad?
Like, dog, like you should be doing this on a nightly basis, dude.
It's terrible, dog.
I'm willing to call Ben Simmons a bum.
Dog, they
gonna give him a standing ovation like he Rudy just because he took a shot.
Boy, they did. They gave him one.
Trash, dog. Trash.
Him and Giannis are the same person.
Oh god.
No, dog.
Oh yeah. Sean did say that. Yeah, did Sean say that?
Yeah, Sean said
that. Somebody said that garbage, dad.
Nah, Giannis ain't gonna let Devin Booker take his girl.
Look, I put it to a simple. I'm like, yo, Giannis is MVP of the league, bro. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You talking about MVP,
good, bro.
MVP,
good, bro.
Yeah, dog. Basketball is really going down, dog. When you're celebrating a guy who finally makes a 3 after 500 attempts, dog, it's done.
It's terrible, dude.
It's done, dog. Like it's over.
An all-star.
Like,
You talking about an all-star.
Right. And
an all-star
was ruin the league by taking out rules. When you take out rules and change the game up to where guys can't really play defense.
Right.
Where guys can't really do their jobs. The centers and power forwards can't really be centers and power forwards. It's really a position.
Right. And now they're like,
position is dying.
And I'm like, you just turned this to what the Euro League was.
Exactly.
Like this.
But that's
why y'all capping?
They
dog?
want
good, bro.
They want more. They want more white in the game, dog. They been wanting more.
I missed y'all, man. Why y'all capping, dog?
We missed you, but hold the Ben Simmons.
We missed you too, but we ain't missing
man.
Ben
4-1, man.
Listen, was you up celebrating too when Ben Simmons hit that 3?
Yeah, he was.
Oh no, I was ecstatic, dog.
He was.
I was ecstatic, dog. I'm like, yo, look at him. He coming up. He coming up.
Yeah, you know what?
Y'all so bad offensively. I'm like, man. I'm watching y'all team offensively. Y'all are so bad.
Hey, Seth Curry pulling through. He looking like the chef out there.
No, he's not looking like
Steph Curry is doing it. He's doing
He had a good season last year.
He's not looking like no damn Steph, dog.
Steph Curry is doing what Steph Curry does, dog.
We about to knock off Boston,
what Clay
dog.
brought to that team.
Watch.
Clay helped spread the floor out, give Curry his looks.
And he was that defensive anchor too. He was that.
Because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, when they rotated and swung the ball, you had so many options on the Warriors that you know what I'm saying, could shoot and score. It was like guys didn't know who to cover. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Kelly Oubre in there who can't buy a 3, so
they bench. Remember, they had Iguodala.
They killing the Warriors right now, man.
And so when their starters weren't doing nothing, they had guys who could come in and run a half court offense. These guys are young. They don't know how to run half court and do that yet. They don't know how to run that system.
That's it, and that's what I was saying. That's why I was kind of surprised they didn't trade their pick to get like another veteran presence in there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody
they need to trade that bum Wiggins. I've been telling y'all about these goofy connections, man. That dude
preaching to the choir, man.
That dude ain't got no pride.
He dropped 27.
Yeah, but
next game he's gonna go. Next game he's gonna get 14.
But the next game he gonna drop like 6.
Yeah, next game he drop 8.
He's gonna end up getting 6.
When is Wiggins gonna go into puberty and have his balls drop? That's what I want to know.
You don't need that,
Never.
Never. That's your answer on the point.
Never. He ain't never gonna drop his balls, man. It's all in his stomach. Andrew Wiggins.
He just there for it.
Andrew Wiggins.
I'm gonna call Dick Clark like, hey man, I know New Year's done passed, but we need the ball to drop.
Man, did you see Draymond? Draymond was playing like he ain't played basketball in 6 years, man. I'm like, man.
Oh man, it looks bad out there.
That boy been on that LeBron circuit, that wine, baby.
Yeah, he was out there, man. He was doing. I mean, you can see how the energy level was up for the rest of the team.
Man.
Like, wow, he can handle the ball, but man, he got to get that condition up, man.
He drunk off that bourbon, man. That's the issue.
Yeah, ain't
got that oil.
Yeah, what's going on with you? Draymond was in a pool of sweat as soon as the game started.
Man.
Yeah, old man. Yeah, Crybaby done put that on him, man. That's the issue, dude.
Hey, hold on, can we get a Draymond impersonation one time?
Yeah, one time for the one time.
One time for the one time.
One time for the one time.
Oh man.
Where you?
Oh.
Cino don't feel like it.
No, Cino need to get fired, man. They need to let him go so fast right now. This man does not know how to do anything. He don't know how to run nothing.
Hey man, see the couch at the Cino, man.
I don't know, HD. He got the complexion for the protection.
Couch at the Casino.
That's the problem.
Man. Steve Kerr, I would trade him for a pack of Natalie's and Duhans right
now. Fresh Duhans, Dad. Don't give me the stale Duhans, Dad.
What's up? Straight in the corner. So, like, look, I want a fresh Duhan, not the one in the front, in the back.
God damn.
Hey, Trae Young used Capella though.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
he was like, y'all got a problem throwing this dude alley-oop, so I throw him alley-oops all damn day long.
Exactly. That's what you for.
That offense. See, that's how you run offense.
I never understood why Houston got rid of Capella like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought he could ball. He's especially good at running the floor.
That ball stuff was so stupid.
Man, that African booty scratcher, man.
I've ever seen the NBA.
I mean, he ain't a world beater, man, but he's definitely you get some service out of him. You see?
No, he's great.
You know what I'm
Yeah, he will. You know,
He was okay in Houston. He's doing his thing.
Great.
Yeah, Rondo hurt already.
Rondo,
Damn.
Man, Rondo will be back during the playoffs. That's
playoffs. Yep.
They don't need
Rondo, like, I see y'all playoffs. I see y'all April, man.
Right.
I got to get my hoe under control. She's wilding.
Yo,
Rondo, I mean, but that's one thing. Rondo did a ratchet chick all the time. The other chick got ratchet when he punched Chris Paul. His girl was like, all right, cool. I'm finna whoop his woman too.
Yeah.
Never
just
fails,
went off.
bro.
He just went off.
That was the baby mama, the girl he was with the longest. They just broke up. He just got this new chick now. And now the new chick out here putting in work.
I can see it right now.
Right.
Rondo like these hoes be tripping.
Yep.
Oh man, HD, your boy Fournier out with a back injury.
Good looking out, G-Bone. Good looking out, G-Bone.
Hey, take a shot.
Who's out?
Oh, I ain't got it.
Fournier.
Hold on, let me get my shot ready, Dad. Let me get my shot ready before you say it. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm about to go grab my Hennessy bottle right now.
All right. Hold up. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready whenever you are.
All right, let's go. I'm good
It's a
now.
new year.
That boy's funny, man.
I told you what he do. He was at 5 points that game after he did that 27. I know my team. I know
he got hurt. That's why his back got hurt.
The game before that, he barely got 15.
They won with him. They won with Fournier.
It's gonna rough him up a little bit.
Look, him and Vucevic, we'll give a trade package for him right now. Anybody want?
There it is. Now I can take my shot.
Put him in a trade package.
Thank you, HD.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. I gotta look out for the brothers. You know what I mean? Do not make 48,
It's funny to me that they played like what, a week and a half of basketball, and everybody is talking about who going to the finals, who going.
Right. It's like what is that?
Early, dude. It's like we not even halfway through with the season.
Right. No, and like these teams play 10 games at least.
It's 20.
My cousins are going crazy. They was going crazy about Orlando, and I'm like, y'all need to slow down, dog. Chill. It's only 4 games.
Man. Bless their
4
heart,
games. It's 4 games, y'all. It's not football.
Bless their heart, man.
I'm hearing Knicks fans be like,
football, if you win 4 games in a row, it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
Relax. Depending on who you are.
Relax.
Right. Exactly.
Just relax, dude.
Relax.
Chill out. Relax.
Well, I gotta give props to Terry. Terrible Terry he been balling.
Yeah, Terry been straight. He been all right.
Yeah, he came in there balling. Now, I mean, he get to light it up. They didn't like go on and shoot, man.
Are you talking about Scary Terry?
I like him in the backcourt.
Yeah, man. Scary Terry over there.
Lighting it up.
Scary Terry in Charlotte. He been lighting
it up. He ain't gonna win, but he gonna light it up.
That dunk on Durant was crazy.
I mean, he ain't got no option. They got Devontae Graham. They drafted LaMelo. He better light it up.
Yeah, Devontae has been terrible. Devontae only shooting 25% right now. That's
not good. The other guy shooting.
That's not good.
That's not NBA.
Not good. 25%.
Right.
Yeah.
But they need to put LaMelo in that starting lineup, dog.
That's below F.
He's shooting it.
That's below F, dog. It's crazy out here, man.
Nah, I'm saying, Charlotte. Yeah, but they've been okay, man. But everybody's going too crazy about the season, especially they were trying to say about the Clippers and that. And I'm like, dude, the Clippers gonna be fine, dog. Y'all tripping.
Dude, the Clippers
I mean, especially these LeBron fans. These LeBron fans have gone crazy over Steph Curry, and this
no, they don't get in their feelings. They're not logical.
I'm telling you, LeBron fans are crazy. Period. You got to be crazy and mentally deranged and disturbed in the head to be a fan of that bum. Just
dog.
Period. Yeah, I mean,
it's just weird, bro. Like they be getting their hot takes off like crazy. I'm like, dog.
It's
Steph
like,
Curry
dog, what do y'all see in this dude? I don't get it. I don't
know, man.
Y'all still hurt over the NBA, over those NBA finals. Y'all still hurt.
Yeah, man. Y'all still hurt over Kevin Durant on the Golden State Warriors, man. He's doing the enemy, man. He's doing the enemy. Like, since when was Golden State ever the enemy of anything?
Every time somebody a threat to LeBron, he gotta be the villain.
Yeah, they destroying everybody. But I like the Clippers. I like Batum and Ibaka. Those are very good for them.
Yeah, I do. I just still wish they had a point guard. They'd had a better point guard.
But if you think about it, some of the
they better figure out something about an all-star break in terms of the backup.
The Lakers, like the Bulls back in the day, they really didn't have a strong point guard and all that, and they still were straight.
So they got Reggie. They got Reggie Jackson. He's gonna hurt them, dog.
They bring the ball up.
They need to get rid of him.
Rarely brought the ball up. Either Mike and Scotty was bringing the ball up.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So they can do it with Kawhi. Paul could bring it up, but they got to get rid of Reggie Jackson. They got to find a way to move him somewhere outside.
They got to get a backup point guard. They don't have a backup point guard, and that's going to hurt them.
Like John Paxson job really bring the ball up before they realize, like, look, he open, man. The guys been hitting some shots. Let him shoot.
Right. They was like, here, shoot for one.
Get rid of that bum, Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
Reggie be out there thinking he got the ultimate Kobe green light. You know what I'm saying? He just shoots whatever, guys.
Don't. Please,
bro.
They need to hit a blunt before the game, man. He came out one time, was like Shamit the same way. Shamit called his numbers so much. I was like, Doc Rivers is gonna kill him that shit. I was like, Doc Rivers trying to choke this dude. Like, look, man.
Rivers is like, gosh,
I like you, kid, but you're not Kawhi. You know, you take as many shots as hell.
Right.
And then call
Shamit was trying to pull one over on Doc. He was, because he light skinned, you know what I'm saying, looked like Austin Rivers. He thought maybe if he went out there and jacked up a whole bunch of shots, Doc would think he's Austin and get away with it.
He won't notice. Yeah, Doc won't even notice. Yo, he ignored Austin Rivers jacking up shots for years, dog. And I'd be like, bro, he's still in the game.
Yeah. Right. It's a gun.
Right. They celebrate that though, man. You know, they celebrate Clippers losing. That's all they can do. They need to worry about their team because they getting killed on them boards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Like
your boy
Montrezl Harrell ain't showing up, man.
You're worried about the Clippers. You should be worried about there's other teams that you need to worry about.
You need to worry about Denver. Yeah. You got to worry about Denver, man. You got to worry about Denver, Utah.
All of them, and in the West.
It's easy for Denver, though, man. Because they lost Jeremy Grant, they lost Torrey Craig. There goes their perimeter defense.
Yeah.
He said we need to give credit to we need to give credit to what's his name?
Tyronn Lue.
Tyronn Lue.
In the words of Carcino,
that's going to hurt him too, man. He's going to hurt him. He's going to hurt him
in a game, like he fell asleep, like on the sideline. Give credit to him.
Yeah, he did.
You remember what he did though? When he fell asleep in the summer league.
I remember that.
He talked about it was medicine or something he was taking. Yeah, man.
My man was knocked out.
Might have took a Deion Waiters edible while y'all playing. With the sleep.
Wait, hold on, LB. You the last one to talk about somebody being knocked out, bro. Come on.
Y'all was rapping for like 3 hours, bro, with some dude that just randomly came in the chat.
Yo, we
I just knocked out on him. I don't know who that dude was and where he came from, dog.
You know, you should have recorded that. This
nigga everybody rapping. This nigga LB was asleep.
That was so epic that night, dog. That was an epic night, dog. Hey, HD went nuclear on my man, dog. That was hilarious, dog.
Christian had me crying, bro.
Like, bro, your rapping was. I don't want to hear him.
No, what Christian said, no, you ain't gonna bypass that bar. You better go back to that bar you just said. That was funny.
Y'all saw me visually tearing up, crying, laughing at that crap, dog.
You said some stuff lyrics. That's all I remember.
You said I occasionally or something. Oh my gosh.
That joke was funny, dog. Christian just said, don't do it. Don't bypass that line. Don't do it. Go back. Go back. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Y'all talked about
that was an epic night right there, man. I missed the last couple of streams. He ain't been back, has he? Has he been back?
Because he probably
that man woke up
hey,
in
listen,
regret,
man,
guys.
we can't be chasing off the subscribers, man.
he woke up.
Man, we can't be chasing off those subscribers, man.
He woke up and remembered he said something fruity. That's what happened.
That's right, dad. He was off that Cisco, bro. Like, bro, it's 2020. You drinking Cisco?
Yeah,
I didn't even know they made Cisco. I didn't even know they still made Cisco. I haven't seen Cisco since like 99.
I haven't.
99. I'm talking about 92.
Right. Yeah, that's when Cisco was like 94, 95.
Yeah.
Duh.
Nah, my mom had it in the refrigerator back in 99.
Bro, you could at least got you a Four Loko, man.
Nah, my mom had it in the refrigerator back in 99.
Four Loko,
Like, what is this? I thought it was like Kool-Aid.
You gotta go to Frisco, bro. Nah.
I know Cisco was
But I mean, at
Kool-Aid
least
when I
like
was a kid, 'cause
Four
I seen it
Lokos
in
is
the
like the
refrigerator.
2020 Cisco. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you drinking Cisco, man?
Man, he could have went with the old school Mad Dog 2020.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Damn, that shit make my stomach.
Those who wasn't old enough to drink. You can drink Mad Dog.
Oh yeah, Mad Dog.
I had Mad Dog before.
I got Mad Dog 2020. Like,
yeah. The orange one.
Nah, I had the blue one. I had the blue one like in 2008 or 9 or something like that.
Damn, for real, L?
Yeah.
Yo, MD was strictly the 90s, dog. Strictly the 90s.
With me about Trevor Lawrence. I told y'all he is overhyped. I told y'all
Oh yeah, Mad Dog one time, and that was and it came from the corner store. They don't even sell the liquors though. You just get it at the corner store.
Yeah, somebody got the echo, man.
John, turn your audio down. It's you.
Hey, LB, you mess with the Nutcrackers in New York?
No, I don't even know. I forgot what that is. I forgot what that is.
I ain't messing with no Nutcrackers nowhere, dad.
What is that?
Any location.
That's a little $10 drink they be selling in New York.
That guy, what's the one? What's that one liquor that could start a car? Everclear, that died.
Oh, Everclear is the worst.
Oh God!
Listen, hey, Cino, that's how I got good at. That's how I got good at Madden, dog. We used to play shots of. We used to play shots during the Madden game, dog. We play a shot for every first down you give up, 2 shots for every touchdown, and we usually used to play with either the Everclear or the Bacardi, dog, the 151.
Man,
I make you quit it.
Cino would have been drunk with you, man, because Bear put the stomp down on him.
Oh, listen, Dad. That's why I like to have those long, drawn out drives, man. That's where that comes from. Like my strategy was to get dudes out before halftime. Dad. I got to string together a couple long drives and be out of there, Dad.
when we don't play on camera, I sad. And when we play on the live, he's getting a win because he's sitting there watching my plays.
You looking at the screen.
Yeah.
You looking at the screen.
Watching you play.
Then he's like, okay, yeah, I know what I can do.
Exactly. He do that little laugh. He do that little laugh.
Hey man, but on the real though, I don't know if it's the screen or whatnot. But it looks like it does kind of glitch though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know, I'm looking. You know,
he know it's glitching because we sitting here playing that his connection is bad. I'm like, your connection bad, man. Every time I hit that glitch come in, because it freezes on my end, I can't move. And
that's
then
what it is.
And it fast forward.
That's
right.
what it
like,
is.
God, so that throws your timing off on the pass because you don't know what's happening. Your man doing this.
Exactly.
And then next thing you know, they fast forward it up. And it's a pick.
Hey, but Cino, Gavin, he tore you up with that last second touchdown, bro. My heart broke for you, Dad. My heart broke for you. He caught it in the back of the end zone. I'm like, oh my God.
I've been kicking his ass ever since.
yeah. Rightfully so, Dad. You got to make that one up. That hurt. That hurt, Dad.
Rightfully so.
Man, he caught it in the back of the end zone. I was surprised he was even a touchdown. I'm like, what? It was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That was not a crazy.
That's the best play Gavin ever called. Ever.
He probably surprised himself.
And that's the only game he's showing people too is that game. I'm
sure.
You're the ones you lost.
That was epic. It was epic, dog. It was epic.
I'm thinking they're gonna replay, go to a booth review. They ain't even review it at all.
Oh my
God. You can't. They don't even do the review, nothing like that no more, really. You know what I'm saying? In the game.
You can't even get a hold of it no more. I'm like, man, what's going on?
Yeah, dog. That was a statement.